In life, we make a lot of different types of decisions. Whether we should let someone in or out of our lives. Do we let this person know about our personal demons? Do we choose to let them see us for who we really are? Or do we hide behind a protective mask and reduce the chances of us being hurt? But there are certain relationships where those protective masks simply won't help you. And it's like that with movies too. I think I'd put a Serbian film in that category because nothing can save you from this film. It's actually kind of funny because the way the film starts out, you kind of let your guard down a little bit. Maybe because it's shot too well. It's not some 16mm camera that's raw and shaky camera movements. It is shot quite well. It sets up the story of a retired mega porn star who used to be at the absolute top of the world, but is now just trying to live a simple, normal life with his wife and boy. But he's been offered a job that will pay so well that he might just have to do this one more job and live well forever. But of course, there is a catch. You see, he's not able to know anything about the script or what he needs to be doing before filming starts. Apparently, it's the highest level of art. He's just gotta show up and nail it. After all, he's a porn star. He knows what to do. But then the day comes when filming begins and you remember, as an audience member, why this is on the list of most disturbing films. Let's be honest, a majority of people are probably watching this film because it's on the most disturbing list. That's where they hear about it. You're watching to see just how disturbing a movie can really be. You're watching to see if you can handle it. You're watching it as a rite of passage. You're watching because you're a sick, twisted fuck like the rest of us. It tickles my funny bone when mainstream audiences are like, oh no, you can't do that to the poor dog. Oh, the poor dog. I hate this movie. This was the worst movie ever. Just because a poor little dog gets injured. This is me telling you right now, there are way worse things than a dog being hurt in a film. Now, it's impossible for me to say I liked this film because it's so disturbing. So let me just say, I loved this film. We can't simply dismiss this movie by saying, it's disturbing, yeah, and then throw it off and never watch it again. This is actually a really, really great film. The ex-porn star Milo and his family have enough weight to really carry you through this movie. You hope everything turns out okay for them. You really do. You have some really interesting moments that happen between characters early on in the film, and they come back at the end of the film in the most extreme of ways. Every start has a finish in this film. You also have this really bizarre coming-of-age subplot for the boy learning all about sexuality. The relationships between each character is very unique. From the way a father explains porn to a son, a way a brother might deal with sexual jealousy, to the way a highly intelligent wife needs more from a porn star of a husband. The interactions between these characters are different, raw, and very unsettling. The director, in terms of this new film that Milo is in, is on another level of crazy. The man certainly has a vision. That's what we want, right? We want characters with vision, whether it's the protagonist or antagonist. We don't want characters just moping around with their daily lives. We want doctors who want to sew people's mouths to buttholes. We demand cannibals with the finest of tastes. We demand things like Eraserhead. We want to watch people who are fascinating and are always pushing the envelope. This in-film director pushes the envelope and then rips it into a million tiny pieces. This guy is creating new, disgusting, cringe-worthy subgenres of all sorts of disgustingness. And he's got a bunch of cronies to help him out, so kudos to him. A Serbian film has shots in it that at times make you feel like you're in a David Lynch film. These shots are weird and black and oddly spatial at times, and it really catches you off guard. There's some definite Mulholland Drive moments with the in-film producers and directors going on inside both films. I love the way a Serbian film delivers in the final third of the movie. It's a technique that's been used by directors like Christopher Nolan, but never to such a powerful and revolting degree. This film has weight to it because there is an extreme method to the extreme madness. This isn't just shock for shock's sake. There is a purpose to every shock. I love that every single moment that makes you want to turn this movie off has a point to it. Every sadistic thing that happens in this movie is through character motivation, and there's nothing a script can do better than that. Character needs are what pushes a plot, and if you have really messed up characters, well, they're gonna do really messed up things, and guess what? That's what happens in a Serbian film. Like I said, if you are sick and twisted and you really want to watch this film, good, great even. I'm glad to be on board with you. I'm glad that there's so many of us who actually want to watch a film like this, no matter how disturbing it is. Enjoy yourself, have a blast. But if you're in a relationship, you probably shouldn't do a Netflix and chill with this type of movie because it's just not that type of movie.